I'm Dwayne Jordians. For over 25 years, I've worked really hard to help students, athletes, coaches, and parents in a number of different ways. I've been a mental performance coach, championship athletic coach, speaker, author, educator, and counselor. And to house many of these different roles, my wife and I created a company called Rule of 5 Enterprises, where we work to help individuals and teams maximize their potential. I really love performance psychology and positive psychology. So my mission has been to take what I've learned, and I've learned a lot through both success and through failure, and then take those lessons and share it with as many people as possible. And that's why I'm here, to help you. I want to help you achieve greatness. I want to help you reach your dreams. I want to help you maximize your potential. I want to help you develop your leadership. I want to do all this through my Mental Training MasterClass. So who is the Mental Training MasterClass for? In general, this course is to not only help you reach your potential, but to push you beyond what you thought you could be. If you or a team you work with, or someone in your life, have struggled with things like anxiety, motivation, confidence, focus, or perfectionism, this Mental Training MasterClass will help. It will help a lot. This course is intended for a variety of people. First, for athletes or performers who both might be struggling or who just want to separate themselves from the competition. Next, it's for coaches. Coaches can take the strategies and utilize them with their team. And also, it's for parents. I think it would be so awesome if parents were to sit down with their son or daughter and work through the course together. No matter which of these individuals you are, the Mental Training MasterClass will make an impact. My goal is to provide you with an opportunity to learn about real, research-based mental training strategies so that you can apply them and then you can grow from them. Throughout my career, I've had the pleasure of working directly with multiple high-level teams and high-level individuals. They earn state championships, all-state recognition, and even all-American status. It's been a lot of fun to be a part of. The common thread between all these high performers was how much they valued and consistently implemented mental training. And through the concepts in this class, they avoided many of the mistakes people often make in mental training. In fact, today, I wanted to share 3 of the big mental training mistakes people make. Avoiding these mistakes will increase your results. So here we go. Mistake number 1. Not treating mental training like physical training. I love to ask athletes, performers, coaches, and parents this question. How much of your sport or activity is mental? And the answers are pretty much always the same. They'll say somewhere between 70 and 90%. Then I hit them with this follow-up question. How much time do you spend practicing the mental game? Then there's usually silence. The truth is, we all know that the mental game is important. We talk about words like toughness and grit and confidence, but we usually don't work on them. Most of the time, it doesn't get addressed until something goes wrong. And it's interesting because we train physically to build skills, and we train physically to prevent injuries. And we should approach our mind in much of the same way. The biggest reason I think people don't treat mental training like physical training is because they don't know how to mentally train. So really, the first step in mentally training, like you physically train, is searching for information or help. I can help you. The second step is understanding you need to have a plan. Just like a coach has a practice plan, you need to have a plan of how you will mentally train. And the reality is that you don't need to spend 90 minutes mentally training because you spent 90 minutes at practice. You can actually do some mental training while you physically practice. And in many cases, you will practice mental techniques outside of physical practice so you can effectively use them during practice and competition. So how can you treat mental training more like physical training? First, you need to be open to practicing your mental skills alongside your physical skills. Second, look for help. And third, take action. Mistake number 2 is lack of belief. A phrase I occasionally hear is, this mental training stuff doesn't work, because mental training is not tangible. It can't really be physically seen. Some people often believe that the only way to become better is by physical practice. But study after study continues to prove that mental training is effective. Professional and collegiate teams have performance psychology experts on staff. Many professional athletes also employ personal mental coaches. Olympic athletes have year-round access to mental training. These teams and athletes believe mental training works for them. They also understand it takes time to see results. So how can you battle doubt? Know the truth. Mental training works. And believe in the process. And believe in yourself. Mistake number 3 is lack of consistency. I think a lot of people expect mental training to have immediate results. Big things, really fast. And when they don't get those results after a day or 2, or 3, or a week, they quit. If you think about it logically, if you begin lifting in a weight room, or dribbling a basketball, or running, you will not see amazing results right away. It takes time, and it takes consistency. You get stronger over time. You build your skills over time. You won't be running a sub 4-minute mile the first week of your work on the track. Mental training takes consistent effort over time. In some cases, you may find a strategy really helps you to some degree right away, and that's great. However, you shouldn't go into mental training expecting drastic changes right away. The real key to mental training is creating a lasting impact through consistency. You need to keep yourself consistent. A couple of my favorite strategies involve accountability and celebration. In terms of accountability, one strategy is called a merciless friend. I know it sounds kind of evil, but it's actually not. It is someone who agrees to check on you and hold you accountable. So enlist help from a friend, parent, teammate, or coach to check in on you and ask you how your mental training is going. Give them license to connect with you a few times a week, and really let them push you. I also mentioned celebration. You need to set up a reward system. People around you can help with this too. Ask them for ideas or if they have any thoughts on incentives. After a week of consistent mental training, do something like go to your favorite restaurant, buy yourself a treat, reward yourself somehow. Even if it's something really tiny and something that's free. Look for small ways to reward yourself that will help keep you on your mental training journey. Although these 3 mistakes are significant, that is just your teaser trailer to this course. If you're like a lot of athletes, you may struggle with consistent performance, self-confidence, motivation, anxiety, and stress. When you face challenging situations in and out of sport, you might really struggle. You also may not have a support system around you from teammates, coaches, or family members. Although this can make you feel alone, please understand, you're not alone. Many of the individuals and teams I've worked with have faced the exact same difficulties and had the exact same thoughts and feelings. To combat those challenging obstacles, burdensome thoughts, and taxing feelings, I've seen people turn to a haphazard approach to improve their performance. They resort to guessing what might work. They experiment with random online tools or apps and with no support. Essentially, they rely on the unreliable. They often don't have any specific goals or a real plan. And even though they may get lucky and see some results for a day or 2, typically shortly after, they revert right back to where they were before. You may have been stuck in the same draining cycle. The Mental Training MasterClass breaks the cycle. With this Mental Training MasterClass, I've taken out the guesswork. You will get straightforward, easy to use, research-based strategies that will build confidence, resilience, and consistency in your performance. In addition, I have some bonuses that no one else can offer. Within the course, I've infused leadership challenges and positive psychology techniques that will transcend sport. With this course, you will separate yourself from the competition. I've taken over 25 years of coaching experience and packed it into one program that you can access anywhere, anytime. The best version of you is waiting. Welcome to your Mental Training Masterclass.